guys, so I am trying to quickly film this intro. It is about to start storming outside. If you choose to recreate this look, please hashtag the HD movement. I'll put it on the screen right here for you guys, and I'll also link it down below. But that is just a hashtag I created to go along with my Instagram and my Facebook page for women and men to inspire other women and other men or people of all kinds, because there's entirely too much negativity in this world. And I just wanted to create it so that we could see the way that people can inspire other people and uplift them. So if you recreate any looks, or if you just want to post something to maybe inspire someone else, please use that hashtag. I would love to see your beautiful creations and what makes you happy, because we are all beautiful in our own way. Any shape, any size, any color, anything, we are all beautiful, and we need to learn to inspire and to uplift others way more than we see every day in this world. So, I thank you guys so much for visiting my channel. I appreciate it more than you could ever know. I love you guys, and I'll see you soon. Mwah. Bye. All right, let's jump right into it today, guys. So first, I am priming my eyes with Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. The same thing I almost always do, and I'm blending it out with my finger because I really wanted it to be super opaque, and I wanted the warmth from my finger to really blend everything out. And then I just went in with a Real Technique sponge afterwards to pick up any excess that maybe my finger did not pick up. And then we are going in with some good old Scotch tape. So this is plain tape, and then I'm going to take it, put it on the back of my hand, and then you want to make sure that you stick it to the back of your hand and then peel it off a few times, because you don't want to go in immediately onto your eye area, which is so sensitive, and then put that Scotch tape, because when you go to rip it off, it'll peel entirely too much. So then we're picking up Creme Brulee, which is a beautiful transition shade, and I am using a very, very fluffy brush, and I am packing that all over my crease, really focusing on the outer corners. So as you will see throughout this video, I'm going to focus on the outer corner a lot, because I really want to flick everything over that Scotch tape so that there is lots of depth and lots of color in the outer corner. And when we remove the Scotch tape, it'll have just the perfect line, but everything will be blended out all the way to that line. Then I'm going to pick up Frappe on the same brush, and I'm just going to go over Creme Brulee. I'm doing this just to create more depth within my eyes. We are going in with some bright colors, so I wanted there to be lots of blended colors together and lots of depth in this look. So I'm doing windshield wiper motions and circular motions and really pushing that outward onto that tape. Then I'm going in with a smaller, denser brush, and I'm picking up this orange shade that I'm pretty sure is called Orange from MAC, and I am really packing that on the outside corner of my eye. I want the outside to be the darkest, so I really want to start packing on color on that outer corner. And then I'm picking up Makeup Geek Chickadee just to buff over everything in the crease with a very fluffy brush. This brush is a little bit fluffier than the first one that I used, and I'm just ever so slightly dusting that over everything in the crease and pushing it outward. Then I'm just picking up a clean brush and dusting, making sure everything is blended. I'm sorry. Then I'm going to go in with the shade Hunts, and I am packing this all over. I'm starting in the outer corner of my eye, packing it over the orange shade, pushing it into the crease, which I am keeping low. You don't want to bring this too high because it is a little bit darker, so I wanted to keep it low and then kind of buff it upward, and then I brought it over the majority of my lid. Then I picked up this yellow shade from MAC that I don't know the name of. I think it might be Chrome Yellow, but I just wanted to have a little bit more of that yellow tone in the upper portion of my crease. So I just went in and buffed that up and then buffed it out toward the tape. Then I'm picking up this beautiful pigment from MAC. I think I don't know what it's called. I think it's called Copper. Obviously, I don't know the names of anything today, so I will link everything down below, don't you worry. And I am spritzing my brush with Fix Plus, and then I'm packing it on the lid. At first, I was using pouncing motions, and then when I get to the crease, I wanted to be sure to really carve out that crease, because you don't want this glitter to go above the crease whatsoever. Then I'm picking up the shade Jax, and these are from the Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette, in case you didn't know. And I just wanted to darken up that outer crease just a little bit, so I'm ever so slightly pushing that into the outer corner, into that crease, not creating a cut crease, but really creating lots of depth and dimension. And then I'm going in with Copper Ring eyeshadow from MAC because I wanted that copper pigment to really blend and gradiate. So I just packed that on the outer corner and blended it together. And then went in with a fluffy brush to make sure everything was blended. Now to remove the tape. And look at that line. Holy crud. Okay, so if your lines are uneven, it is okay because now we're going to go in with a pad that has makeup remover on it, and all you're going to do is wipe away anything and you can clean up that line then. Super easy, super foolproof, so you do not have to be perfect. Then I took this Maybelline gel liner in the shade Blackest Black, and I carved out my wing. Well, I am terrible at applying eyeliner on camera, so I went ahead and finished my eyes and cut that clip because you couldn't see what I was doing. So now I'm picking up this MAC Pro shade in Emphasize, and I am just dusting that on the high points of my brow bone, mostly just to blend all of the shades that we put in the crease and to clean anything up. And then I'm picking up that really fluffy brush that we applied Chickadee with and the yellow with, and just dusting ever so slightly in the crease to make sure that everything is blended and there are no harsh lines. Then I am picking up these two primers. One is the Makeup Forever Smoothing Primer, and the other is one from Mary Kay, and it's just for smoothing. I mixed them together and then pushed it all over my face. And then went in with this Marc Jacobs Remarkable foundation just to cover up some scars, and I very lightly pounced with a Real Technique sponge to cover up those scars. Now I'm going in with my Dior Star foundation, as always, and buffing that into the skin with a Morphe M439 brush. Now I am just sculpting out my brows. I wanted my wing to exceed what it normally exceeds, so I went pretty heavy-handed with this, which is so not usual for me. I hardly ever fill in my brows, but I wanted intense brows. So now I am taking my Urban Decay Weightless Skin Concealer, my absolute favorite of the moment, and one shade is a little bit lighter, one is a little bit darker, so I just mixed them together and applied them all over my face as always. Then went in with a beauty sponge and made sure to press everything into my skin and blend everything out. And I really focused on underneath my eyes because I did not want anything to settle. Then I'm going in with my most favorite highlighter I have ever owned. It is by Cover FX, and this is in the shade Moonlight. I just got it and I have been loving it so much to apply to the high points of my cheeks. This is a little bit on the pricey side, but you only need the tiniest amount, so literally it should last you forever. And I applied it with a beauty sponge just so that it wouldn't be too intense, because I am going to go in with regular highlighter after. Then I'm applying the banana powder from the Anastasia contour kit all over my face where I applied concealer. Now I'm just setting the rest of my face with this Chanel translucent powder on a fluffy brush just to make sure that none of my foundation moves. Now I am taking this MAC Pro Contour shade, and it is in the shade Shadester. I just got this because I've been looking for a new contour shade, and as you will see in just a second, I am loving it. It's perfect. So it is the perfect amount of cool and warm without being too ashy or muddy, and without being too orange, which is what I have been searching for so long. And so I applied that all over, and now that I finally found a perfect contour shade, a highlighting and contour video will be coming very, very soon. Now I just wanted to clean up that contour, so I picked up some of that RCMA No Color powder and just really carved out the contour, making that line a whole lot more harsh. I didn't really do any baking, I just kind of put it on and then swiped it away. Now I'm taking MAC Peaches Blush, one of my absolute favorite, and it is one that is going to complement this look. It brings a beautiful warmth to your cheeks, and I was going for kind of a monochromatic look, as you'll see at the end. And then I took the MAC Shadester that I had before and just put it underneath my lips so it would look a little bit more pouty. Now for under eyes, I'm taking a pencil brush and using that creme brulee, and then also picking up Chickadee and buffing that out all over the lower lash line. And I even picked up a little bit of that MAC Orange just to really buff out because I wanted it to be extreme. And then I took that Maybelline gel liner and put it on my lower waterline just to darken that up, and then I picked up some Makeup Geek Americano on a flat definer brush just to buff out that liner on the waterline so there was no bleeding, no harsh lines, you know, the usual. And then went back in with a little bit more creme brulee to buff everything out and make sure it is smooth. Now I am going and highlighting the inner corner of my eye and my brow bone with Beam from the Jaclyn Hill palette, and then I wanted a little bit of this Prosecco Pop to go in the inner corner as well. Then I picked up Rose Spritz, which is a beautiful blush because I wanted a little bit more of a sheen and glow to my cheeks. So I just added this over top of that Peaches blush, and it was beautiful. Then I took the Prosecco Pop and applied it to the high points of my cheekbones because I wanted a golden highlight to really complement this eye look, which I think it did. Now, for lip choice number 1, this is Neon Orange by MAC, and it is beautiful. It really fits the whole monochromatic look. But here is lip choice number 2. This is an Ofra Kathleen Lights collab. Super pretty to transition to fall. And then I decided to just take all of it off and then top with Marc Jacobs Sugar Sugar Lip Gloss, and I loved the way it came out. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial and loved this look. I really, really did. If you want to see more like this, let me know. I love you guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye.